Hello viewers, you joined me in the kitchen for one reason. Did Sony cook? It is absolutely worth knowing that I purchased this myself. Am I mental? My friends, we're gonna find out. That's exactly the point of today. The PlayStation 5 Pro, it's controversial, it costs a lot of money, and realistically, doesn't seem like it's going to do a whole lot for now. Main reason, investment for GTA 6, because absolutely, you're gonna want it for GTA 6. I played GTA on the PS3. Hell, I played GTA on the base PS4. Here we go. So, first off, controller, exactly the same. Actually, this is going on eBay, maybe. Alrighty, straight to the console. It is pretty small, voila. Here it is, the PlayStation 5 Pro. I had to make sure I didn't get it upside down. So why did I get it late compared to other fellow YouTubers? Well, that is probably because I gave a review of the PlayStation Portal and said it was rubbish. I said it was e-waste. Okay, I didn't exactly say that. Maybe I did. But either way, PlayStation were clearly not happy with my opinion. So let's see if today they cut all ties or if they just, you know, don't send me the Either way, the PS5 Pro, it's unboxed. Let's check it out, I guess. All right, here we are, friends, on the home screen. It's got that exclusive background that people were talking about. And actually, for one of the first times, I have a bunch of these games that actually have pro support. It almost seems like it's leaning on racing games. And Ubisoft are always so good at like adapting their games to work on the newest stuff. So let's try the Crew first. Okay, here we are in Motorfest. And I've got to say, this is absolutely sharper. Now, to be clear, we actually know the numbers the game's running at now compared to what it was previously. It doesn't look hugely different, but it is so much sharper than it was before. It's actually using the PSSR upscaling for the most part to get this image to 4K. Because, in case you don't know, in the base version of the game, performance and the frame rate options basically higher graphics or higher frame rate. So in my opinion, they've been a little bit cheeky. On their article, they've stated a few things, and it has the whole gist for basically the PlayStation 5 Pro in general. They said they combined both elements to get to the best image possible where you no longer have a setting. The base PS5 output is 4K 30 on the quality mode. So it's actually native 4K, which is pretty insane. And then performance mode is actually just under 1440p, which is pretty good going. I always believed it was maybe a little bit less and then upscaled, but no, it actually uses just below 1440p and then upscales it using their own proprietary. So I thought they were using FSR, to be honest, but I did notice less artifacting. So this is with the PS5 Pro version, which, as you can see, is a little bit higher resolution. It's not 4K, but it does give you 60 frames. So realistically, it's somewhere in the middle, which, to be honest, I don't know, because I don't play 30 frames a second. I don't think I would ever do that to myself. But I have been playing on the PC version, and now I'm playing on the PlayStation version. Yesterday on the base one, and now today, this one. And I would say, absolutely, it is so much sharper. PSSR so far gets a big thumbs up from me. However, it is also generally just a higher resolution. I don't quite understand one major element of this, and I don't particularly know why, and we'll explore this as we keep going. Why is PSSR limited to the new console? Doesn't really make sense. It doesn't have to. Surely there's no proprietary hardware in here that you couldn't just run FSR in place of it. For clarity, no matter if you have AMD or NVIDIA GPUs on PC, you can use FSR, and it's actually really good with the new versions of it, including Ratchet & Clank, that let you play it on damn portables in a lot of cases. But this is crisp, and it's actually much crisper than I would normally play. So I'm pretty happy with this. This is good. This is decent. If I was a numbers man, I would give this a good 7. Solid 7. I don't know if I'm being crazy, but video options definitely had the option before. It wouldn't make sense to be anywhere else. And now I basically have no option. So now I am not allowed to run the game at 4K, which is quite odd. I'm kind of curious what it would run at base. Could I get like 4K 40 FPS? If I could do something like that and then use my variable refresh rate screen, options? Nice. One thing I wanted to do is bring my beautiful original PlayStation and put them side by side to get a good idea of the size. So it is definitely smaller. If I put them next to each other like this, oh yeah, That is definitely smaller. And I'm so glad to say I'm not worried about it like standing. This is clearly still sturdier without the stand, because I think the stand that comes with these is horrendous. I think it looks absolutely awful. You do get the little ones to stand it like this. It's just gonna sit next to my TV like this. I think it'll be fine, right? The whole disc drive situation, the detachable disc drive situation, I think that's really cool design. I don't like that you have to add it to the console. That bit makes me a little bit worried. But for that reason, as someone that hasn't even bought one single PS5 disc game this generation, I'm gonna be buying a disc drive, attaching it, and then leaving it attached for the sake of the fact that, well, if those servers shut down or there's an issue, I've at least got a disc drive that's attached to the console, right? Just in case. Like this one was sent to me. I have a digital one upstairs, that's what I do. I'm actually gonna be going down to one PlayStation, and so therefore, the Pro, I can probably sell both of my original ones and then make the money back on this. And also make this video. This also came today, which I'm really excited about. PlayStation have been launching some crazy controllers. What's annoying is my classic PlayStation controller. Oh my God, that is so nice. It's actually so much nicer in person. It looks the same color as my RCF. I think it pretty much is. I'm gonna say these are a win. Absolutely. Now I need to sell all of my other controllers. So, welcome to Gran Turismo 7. This is actually one of the games that I was most intrigued by because I wasn't super excited about the upgrade that was coming. What is this replay, by the way? This is insane. I gotta give credit for this. Bro, this is mental. What the heck is going on? So, according to PlayStation, on their events, the game will run at like 8K when upscaled in PSSR, but also will now get ray tracing on track, which I noticed during that demonstration, it was a degrade in quality of the car models and stuff. The resolution clearly had dropped. So something we did find out, which is pretty cool actually, Gran Turismo, we already know, has these settings. You can prioritize ray tracing and frame rate, but you can also do this, which is a 120 Hz output. Now, although my capture card can do 120, I don't use it because YouTube doesn't support 120. However, that's basically going to double the frame rate. So you would think. It doesn't always stably hold 120 FPS. It tries to, but then uses variable refresh rate to match the frame, so it looks pretty smooth and doesn't look too jumpy. And again, anything over 60 anymore is just nice. But I guess for the sake of this video, I'm gonna try it. We actually got an allow out. Of course, who has an 8K TV? Very good question. We have got VRR, I can enable that, and we've got 120 Hertz, so let's enable that. Does it actually just work if I do that? Yes, it appears it would. So let's turn on 120 Hertz, back out, and hope for the best, I guess. All right, we're back. And it looks really good. It looks fine. It looks smooth. Oh my God, this menu's so smooth. This is sensual. Do you want to know my opinion? As someone that plays at 60 frames all the time, and 120 is nice. It's a nice to have, and anything higher than 60 is good. I would say that I actually don't really care about gameplay above 60. A little bit over 60 again is nice. I would say it's definitely better to have when it comes to, oh yeah, you can definitely notice the resolution drop here. This is still the normal Gran Turismo. You can notice it yourself as well. Zoomed in, the jaggies are everywhere. Again, just to be clear, this has not been updated for it yet, but I was kind of curious how the 120 would work, but apparently we're going from this, which was a little bit unstable on base PlayStation, to now stable. It doesn't improve the resolution. That is hard locked, my friends. Yep, fine. I don't know how people can drive in Gran Turismo on a controller. It is crazy. My personal perspective on it is that when it comes to like phone frame rates, desktop frame rate, when you're doing things with a UI, 120 is amazing. But when you're just like playing the game, I don't really know if it matters that much. That's my personal perspective. Again, you can disagree, but maybe it's because, I can't upload at 120. Maybe when I can upload at 120, mine will change, but I wouldn't play this. This looks shite. So again, the update is pending. We're going to see that come soon, and I imagine, based on what we saw, I'm not going to be sure on it. This is a very unsure moment, because it does drop the resolution, which is native 4K, to render with ray tracing, which I just don't know if I care enough about over the drop in resolution that's very noticeable. To be clear, then it uses PSSR to upscale it. But as I said, when it comes to it, 4K 60 native, am I really going to give that up For 120? Probably not, if I'm honest. Moving on. This is possibly one of the strangest games that was on the list. Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown? Yeah, I'm not really sure what to believe, to be honest, because supposedly they did an update recently that fixed the base PS5 version. Apparently the rendering resolution was wrong. Therefore, they lied. I actually quit playing this game on the PlayStation because it was so awful. And one thing I would like to note straight away, it was on the official PlayStation list for launch. I see performance and graphics mode. Now, they may be doing this differently, but there's clearly a change in resolution on this UI. But still having the option, that was available on the base PlayStation. So, again, they could have done it differently. Okay, here we are in the lobby. Things are looking okay. I'm definitely going to have to do like a side-by-side, but it's all going to be, you know, down to when I'm in the free roam. Or worse, in a race. Okay, so I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be 100% honest. It's difficult to, again, compare because I didn't actually play the new update on the base PlayStation. I did just see a huge dip there in frames. However, it's performing better than it did. And if it's not actually different on the PS5 yet, they lied. Now, one of the big problems is obviously the game just looks crap when you use performance mode on the PlayStation. Definitely noticing a difference. However, let's jump to the graphics mode and see if it actually, I'm hoping and praying, this is dropped. Like, I really don't think this looks any better. I don't know what they do in the graphics mode. This just looks fucking worse. Like, it hurts my damn eyes. I see less jaggies, but the textures and stuff look the same. What are you doing? You bumbling. Now, this is possibly one of the most exciting elements of this. It actually is supposedly supposed to enhance PS4 games. You might have seen it on the setting a little bit earlier. Enhance image quality for PS4 games. Supposedly, from what I've seen, it doesn't actually boost the resolution. What it seemingly does is kind of do a sharpen filter, but also make the jaggies less obvious. It does some magic and supposedly makes the games look a little bit better than they did previously. It's been questioned whether it really matters that much, but I'm kind of curious because, you know, it's going to be a while before we can emulate PS4 games, which is going to be the dream, obviously. But let's check out one of my favorite PS4 games. Good old trusty Drive Club. What a game. Now, to be clear, I don't have it enabled right now, but what I want to do is quickly jump into a nice quick race and see if we genuinely see this game is so good looking. How is this a PS4 game? Okay, what I'm really hoping is you can see right here, if we zoom in, this is jaggy. It's looking a little rough in the distance. Even the car, which is incredibly close up, is looking like it's got a few issues. And with the setting on, damn it, I'm gonna say yes, there absolutely is a difference. However, I'm gonna say it is worse. Look, hear me out. The UI looks awesome. The UI looks sharp. It looks 4K almost, which is really good. Take it back. Now we're in motion. The jaggies are almost melting away a little bit. But what I'm going to say is I can still see the jaggies on the car, and it's really jarring. But I mean, let's be honest, how often are the car going to be staying still? Once in motion, this has definitely sharpened the image. Now, I do want to be 100% honest. When I went through the menus, I noticed that the game didn't actually look good in some instances. Again, this is not boosting the resolution, it's just sharpening what it can already sharpen. This menu is looking good. The text is looking crispy. Look at the Drive Club there. But sometimes it does this weird, because it's not really like produced. No one's looked at it and gone, yeah, this is as it should be. Sometimes the edges have got this weird, sometimes you can't read some of the really small text. Like, look at the TM. It doesn't look right. Look at the TM next to the Drive Club logo. I can't make out what that is at all, and I could before. So medium and large UI looks really good, but then like the tiny UI is maybe too sharp. Checking out Need for Speed 2015. The problem with a game like this is my save game is stuck on the PlayStation. So although, you know, it looks so good on PC, I mean, it looks good everywhere, to be clear, it's kind of stuck. It's definitely doing some of the magic on a game like this as well. It looks a little bit sharper, but this game has a bit of a film grain that, again, and it's stuck at 30 frames, that it's just kind of
messing with it a little bit, it's reducing the effect. It still looks fantastic, and this one looks clearly better. Like, there's no problem. But it's almost having a reduced effect because of the film grain. I think the film grain is fighting it almost. The UI, once again, looks proper crispy. Obviously, I'll be checking out Gran Turismo 7's update when that actually comes out, which I'm guessing is going to be the end of this month or next month. But for my game catalog, I'm not 100% sure if I would jump the gun on something like this. I think GTA 6 is just kind of going to be the one that makes it, yep, now it's worth it, you know?
So there you are, my friends. My thoughts on the PlayStation 5 Pro. What do you think? Are you going to be checking it out? Ultimately, as I said, GTA 6 gives me the reason to maybe keep hold of this, and the fact that, you know, I can make these videos and things like that. But if you were someone else, what I would probably suggest is maybe just actually wait for the game to come out. I think one of my favorite features is actually the PS4 feature, but other than that, PS5 Pro. If you're interested in what I think about the PlayStation Portal, so you see these genuine reviews, check out the video here. Or is it here?